Hello, this is Palagi. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and today we're going to continue our series on the Esse, and today we're going to be looking at the Esse 5. So the Esse 5 is touted as one of the most durable field knives on the market, and I'm inclined to agree with that. It's often compared to the Becker BK2 because they have a lot of similarities, such as the length, the breadth, the weight, and they're both about 1/4 inch thick at the spine, which lends credence to the durability that it's known for. The Esse 5 excels in the fit and finish area and was designed as a military egress knife, specifically for helicopter pilots, if memory serves. One of the features it sports is the pommel is an actual glass breaker. Now, I've tested glass breakers on other knives, and there's no question that this will easily break standard automotive glass, but I think it was actually designed to break out the glass of a cockpit, if I recall correctly. I can attest to its effectiveness in that capacity, but honestly that's irrelevant for my uses, which is simply a woods blade. I suppose it could be used as an impact device, whether it be in a defensive capacity or perhaps the off chance that you were breaking open nuts or breaking shale or something to that effect. At any rate, let's talk about the overall design and how it differs from the rest of the Esse lineup. As you can see, it's a drop point that comes to a nice precise tip. The grind is a saber grind. As you can see, the grind actually starts lower than the spine here. They were obviously going for the indestructible sharpened pry bar design, and as such the saber grind makes a perfect sense, as it's just inherently a stronger grind. I will say they did a terrific job tapering from 1/4 inch to a nice thin grind behind the cutting edge, and also the edge itself by association. I have seen many saber ground blades that are not ground thin enough behind the cutting edge for my liking, and as a result the knife becomes obtuse in a quick hurry after a nominal amount of sharpening. Now, I love K-bar, but they're a very good example of what I'm talking about here. They put a nice run of jimping up top here, which can certainly come in handy on a knife of this ilk. It gives a good amount of traction without tearing up your thumb. Now, the overall length is really about perfect for most outdoor tasks. The steel is a 1095, which is a fairly mundane carbon steel option. That said, many reputable companies like K-bar, Becker, Tops, and others use it just because it just has a really great balance of a lot of attributes that many would look for in an outdoor knife. It's easy to sharpen, it holds a satisfactory edge, it's pretty tough, it's pretty easy to heat treat, which translates to better quality control. And speaking of heat treatment, this is really what can maximize the performance of a steel, and their Rowan heat treatment is regarded as one of the best in the business. The only downside to 1095 is its inability to resist corrosion. As a result, Esse puts this very durable coating on the blade so that it's not an issue in that particular area of the knife. As for the edge and the laser etching, you're just going to want to wipe it off if it gets wet, or better yet, put a light coating of oil on it. It's really the edge that's most important to keep clean because rust can and will ruin the edge. The handle material is a canvas micarta out of package. I actually put the linen micarta from the 6 on the 5 here, but I like the stock option on the 5 actually quite a bit. The canvas will naturally have a bit more traction and has a slightly more rugged appearance. Now, normally I'm not a fan of large insignias and the name branding, however, I don't mind the Esse stamped into the micarta for some reason. The skull is a bit hokey, I'll admit, but they also include a bow drill divot for those who might be interested in that. As far as the primary purpose is concerned, like I was saying, it was designed as a military egress knife, but it's turned into a top choice for many as a survival and wilderness knife. It really could be used as a deployment knife in camping or hiking, trap or snare making, or shelter building. You could, skin larger game with it, and I'm sure all kinds of other applications that just aren't coming to mind right now. That being said, the 1/4 inch spine sort of acts like a maul if used for splitting wood. Other than the length of the blade, it works very well for batoning. Now, for those worried about batoning with the knife, I assure you this one can take it. But to be honest, I was more interested in how the knife felt while performing finer and more delicate tasks, since it is a thicker and a little bit on the heavier side. Now, I will say I was legitimately surprised at how nimble the knife was while carving. Well, perhaps nimble isn't the right word, but put it this way. I most certainly wouldn't take the 5 over a Mora or pretty much any other smaller, lighter blade for carving, but I take comfort in reporting that it is certainly more flexible than I initially thought. Just like all Esee knives, it is backed with their no questions asked warranty. I do appreciate and I really take comfort knowing that they stand firmly behind the quality of their products. Now, the sheath is much like the Esee 4, which is a very nice quality kydex. Now, I purchased mine through the knife connection without a sheath, simply because it was cheaper and I often make my own sheaths anyway. This one here is actually one that I did make. The clip I put on here is perfect. It fits my 1.5 inch belt perfectly, so it's not sliding around, but it does have the flexibility to move where I want it to. I went ahead and flared the thumb ramp here, so the knife pops out easy, but it's nice and snug. Then I had the idea to combine the drainage hole with an eyelet. I think it turned out kind of cool, but enough with my sheath here. You can purchase aftermarket pouches from Esee to mount on the face of the sheath. It comes with a tin, but will hold any Altoids tin. So if you're, into the minimalist thing, that might be a nice option for you. Let's talk about the variants a little bit. The Esee 5 can be had in either a straight edge or a partially serrated edge. As far as colors go, you can get it in black, this very interesting green color, a desert tan, that venom green with the orange scales, and I think I even remember seeing it in orange. So all in all, the Esee 5 is an absolutely terrific knife. It's about as durable as a knife can get, but it's near perfect length for most applications. They did a great job tapering and thinning that edge, and like most Esees, the 5 has a high degree of fit and finish. The sheath is one of the better as far as I'm concerned. In short, if this is the sort of knife that you're looking for, I highly doubt that you'll be disappointed if you decided to purchase it. Even at the higher than normal price of about $140, I think you're going to be doing okay here. As far as scoring goes, I will be comparing it against the Azula, the 3, the 4, and the 6 in several categories, and then I'm going to go ahead and post the ratings here. So as far as durability is concerned, I'm going to give this one rate it first of the 5. As far as chopping goes, I'm going to give it 1 of 5 as well. Batoning, I'll give it the 2nd of 5. Honestly, that's a really close call, but I gave the nod to the 6 simply for the extra length. But as far as batoning is concerned, this one probably takes the cake as well. Detail work, I'm going to rank this one dead last at 5 of 5. Comfort is 4th of 5, and versatility is 3rd of 5. Anyway, you guys, there you have it. That is the review of the Esee 5. Thank you so very much for tuning into my channel. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave your mark down below. If you like the video, please feel free to like, share, favorite, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Palagi, signing off.